Hey dorks, it's me, your friendly neighborhood dork, Little Big Robots channel, Toy Depot. If you like little versions of big robots and other cool toys, I'm very particular about the lines I collect. I don't collect everything, so go check out my playlist to see all I collect. But if you like that kind of thing, subscribe, please, because I'm trying to get to 4,000 by the end of 22. I think I can do it. This is a kit I am actually was supposed to have finished a long time ago. Now, I finished the Wargreymon, I believe he's called. I know nothing about Digimon, so don't ask me. I think this is Digimon, right? Anyway, figurized standard, meaning they're more like a figure, not a robot model kit. I got this guy a long time ago when he came out. Everybody's like, oh, he's so chunky, hunky. And I'm like, yeah, I just got to have that. So I bought it. Even that took me a while to find the time to put them together. I'm glad I did. Really, really cool. This is the black one, black version. Somebody in the comments help me figure out the lore here. The box is so big, it's hard for me to get. You see my animal shirt? There's my animal. Hey, animal. I guess it's like a bad version. I have zero idea. I really don't know. But I love some of the kits they put for these. They look, and some of the toys too. The Digimon toys are really, really cool. They just look super hunky and chunky and you know, like big pieces of plastic that you just want to have on your shelf. Granted, the bigger the plastic, the more you have to have room for display. So this is comparing the black Wargreymon to the original one. I think it's just Wargreymon. Difference here, he's got these big blade ones. He's got big blade ones, but look at that. You get this cool effect part. That in colored LED light, by the way, that will glow so nice and red. You had some stickers with it. Looks like I forgot to put some on, so I've got to find out where those go. I think they go on the legs. I don't know. I have to figure those out. Not a ton of stickers. You get a lot of cool parts. It's a lot of plastic for the money. If you can get one for less than, you know, how much you normally get it. At this point, if they're sold out a lot of places, then you're going to be, you know, having a hard time finding it for a decent price. So anytime I see a cool monster kit like this I usually almost always just grab it. Even though it's not one of the lines I collect, I definitely don't collect Digimon. I love their designs. Absolutely love them. You get some plastic left over. I guess these are extra parts maybe that would build the extra wings or something. Maybe I've done something wrong here. Missing a step of wings. I'm going to compare those two real quick. Here's the black one. Turn him over. There you got the wings. This one I thought you had. Yeah, you had these cool sunburst color. Oops. Sunburst color there. And they open up. Let me put him back together. I don't want him falling all over the place. And they do this cool opening thing. Let me see if I can do it without making the camera flip out a whole bunch. Putting them together is kind of interesting too. It's got some really nice designs. This one I think does a similar thing. Yeah, they have like more of a bluish, I don't know if you can see, that's more of an iridescent kind of color. So it's really the same creature or model kit. So if you built one, you built the other. But I guess it's basically a repaint or a redo, and there's some slight differences in the design, I guess. You have these cool stickers here. These aren't hard to put on. This is always a nice little accent thing. If you have like a hole like that, or like a kind of like a ditch, you know, like a little carved out area, almost like a panel line but deeper. A nice little gold sticker like that works really well. As you can see, I didn't get them on perfectly. I missed some of them there. It looks like I missed some. Maybe I put the wrong one on there. But oh yeah, it's peeled up a little bit, so I got to make sure those squish down. But it gives it a nice little metallic accent. My wife, whenever she came in to look, I was building this, she's like, does he have hair? I was like, yeah, I guess he's got hair. It's just a big, bulky silicate. These stickers on their thumbs, I'm just taking those off. They were horrible, horrible looking. Let me put that back on there. I don't really know why they made you do stickers there on the thumbs, but they're just really, they don't really work very well at all. The hands are just kind of bulky there. They're not really doing anything. So this is a really good kit for painting, customizing, you know, throwing some cool stuff down. You get all these cool metallics and stuff. He's a bit hard to pose because you have to get his legs to kind of stay apart to balance them, but also with the feet, and they don't do great. I mean, they definitely stand, but you can see they're kind of wobbly. So on the shelf, they're going to keep up to some shakes and stuff. So they're not really moving, but too much and they'll fall over. So keep these guys in an area that they'll definitely be, you know, be able to fall forward and not off the shelf. That's where those pieces go, right there. They go like right here. Okay. So it's not superposable, and it's not really supposed to be. You just can't really, there's just not much room to do stuff with. but they do have some flexibility in the arms, and you can do some cool stuff. The arm here is supposed to take one of the shields, I believe. Yeah, you can like put the shield on his arm. So that's why you got these big bulky blocks here. You could even, if you had to, although these are basically the same, you could take and swap stuff like that. See, his backpack fell off. And then you've got these just wicked, crazy claw things here. Let me see if I can put that on there real quick. And it's got these really cool kind of metal, let's just take the whole thing off, metallic blades, but then you've got this really cool flame effect. Looks like it's actually kind of swiping. God, it is just falling apart, isn't it? Where does that go? My God. So again, in a colored light, certain black lights or whatever, red lights, this will just really glow. So he's just kind of a big chunky kit, but as you can hear as I'm messing with it, you've got to kind of be careful when you get it into place that it kind of stays there, because these legs get, you can see on this one that's older, they get much floppier. And so he kind of sits there squishily, if that makes sense, like he's bouncing a bit. So you got to be careful of that, but otherwise it's basically the same kit with just different colors and the flame effects. So I would, you know, as a matter of fact, the original one might have even come with the flame effects. I can't remember. I'll have to look that up. But as you take off the backpack and stuff, he still looks really cool. You can start posing a bit more, a little more comfortably or whatever. So just that alone is a neat looking figure. Pretty imposing. It's about the scale that I like, you know, a good 7 to 10 inch figure, bulky or whatever. But he's just not super sturdy standing on the shelf. So that's a little bit the only disappointing part when I got these guys. I'm glad I got them finally though, because now I can have them both standing together looking cool. You know, maybe I need to spin them down a bit like that. You know, like, you know, I don't know if they're in the cartoon, are they enemies or same creature? I don't know. Somebody tell me. But that looks pretty metal looking when you can kind of put them in a good stance. So I'll have to rethink some of the poses on these guys. Right now they're just on my top shelf being nice and heavy and cool looking. You get a lot of neat details. So these are some stickers here, but other than that, the ribbing here, all that stuff, if you were to take this and really do some good seam line work, chipping, washes, whatever, you got a ton of really cool details that could pop out. You can see whenever I assemble my kits for review, I do it fast because I have a ton to review. You can see some of the nub marks and stuff. I like to have those. I don't fix any of them unless they're literally interfering with the, you know, like putting it together. So you'll see a lot of nub marks there that, you know, even I like to leave that because even with those nub marks, you can see that it's a really clean looking model. Maybe it's because it's got a lot of not so many straight lines. It's really kind of a fluid looking model that you really have you can't see that. So just straight built out of the box, it looks really cool. So I'll definitely have to mess with that some more. It's just a fun kit. I wish this was a little less floppy, but you can see now the problem with having a model kit be so big when all it has holding it together are polycaps. Eventually those loosen and then you get a kit that stops being able to pose and stuff. But really cool kit. I'm glad I finally got this assembled because that box was taking up 40,000 square feet on my shelf. Now I've got them on the top shelf. I was really interested in the new Digimon, the Dragon one, but it's like huge. So I'm trying to avoid the huge models just to save room, but fantastic. Glad I finally got it reviewed. Enjoy, everybody. Go pick it up if you want. Subscribe, like, all that crap. Trying to get to 4,022. Help me do it, would you? Bye-bye. Have a good one.